All right, we're live here on Beyond the Diamond podcast as we do every single Friday. Brian Lima, Apollo Dez, producer Josh behind the camera. We're going to talk a little ball today. The Astros are in Los Angeles taking on the Angels. It's an 8:38 first pitch tonight. Little West Coast action. Framber Valdez on the mound. Fellas, a little off day. Yeah, it feels weird on off days. Like, what do we do with our lives? And then, you come today and there's like really nothing to talk about because they didn't play last night. So
it's a vibes episode.
Yeah.
But it's weird because like it's a day game before an off day. So you have like
that too.
You have like
that whole evening to do
like,
what? Like
didn't really do much.
Dude, Josh, did you hear Apollo Dez on the radio?
Gosh. Here we go.
Wow. Great. Yeah, man. How was it, dude?
It was good when you're on with a local celebrity like B Lima 790.
Yeah.
It's just like riding a bike. Everyone knows how to ride a bike.
Dude, no, I don't think so.
Everyone does.
Josh, you know how to ride a bike?
I think everyone knows how to ride a bike.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. But it was fun. It was a good time. Yeah.
You sure?
It was good. I did have one complaint.
Oh, I didn't realize we were doing.
I did have one complaint.
What?
A suggestion. A suggestion box.
I bought you breakfast.
I know. I did. I'm very appreciative of that. I know iHeart owes me an invoice, so I'm not being too hard on them. But it was like 30 degrees in your studio, dude.
Dude, you could have told.
Freezing.
I had it at 70.
Yeah. Well, thank God I brought a hoodie. Because
why didn't you tell me? I could have.
I don't know if it was nerves or anything. My legs were shaking. I was freezing.
It's funny. You can tell when Dez is on radio because he is so much more reserved than he is on our podcast.
I can't. I'm just.
Are we not live or we are live?
No, we are live.
We are live?
We are live.
Okay.
Just so early.
It's funny because I try to have like funny topics and Dez kind of gives this like half-ass laugh and then he just kind of looks at me and I'm like, Dez, you can lighten up, dude. Like he's scared.
I am very aware of.
He's scared of the FCC.
Well, I don't understand the FCC rules because he's like saying like ass and shit. And I'm like,
no, you can't say shit. You can say ass, bitch. You can say dick, but you can't refer to dick as a part of the body. So I can call you a dick if I want.
Yeah, well, I'm not just gonna do any of those words because I was scared. I saw the dump button. The dump button was like right in front of me, so I was a little worried. And it was getting in my head.
See that red button? Yeah. Don't touch that red button. No, Triple E, our producer, has the full control of the dump button. So he's ready, dude. He'll fire off whatever. Well, you get like it's a 6-second delay too. So if we were to say, drop an F-bomb, then Triple E's got, he can hit the dump and no one's going to hear it.
See, I'm not worried about saying it. I'm just worried about saying it and then like forgetting and then adding like 4 or 5 more behind it.
So where you just like go off on a tangent?
No, just be like, once I say it, then I'm like, oh, it's like a barrier's release and I can just
and then you start saying it throughout the show.
And the next thing you know, 790's mad at me.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah.
No, it's more than that. Yeah, it gets up there.
Wow, look at JB talking, unbelievable.
Hell yeah, JB, appreciate that, man. I haven't worn these.
No one's ears were bleeding, dude. It was a good show.
Did you see JB rocking Crocs and 4-wheel drive at the softball park last night?
No, I didn't.
Solid, dude.
No, I didn't.
Could you imagine hitting a couple bombs with some Crocs?
He kicked me off his team.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
You're not good enough? You got cut?
No. No. I just didn't play this series. He's all mad at me.
Yeah.
But Astros Angels.
Yeah.
West Coast vibes. You need a sweep.
I said that this morning.
You need a sweep.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the episode. Thanks for everyone tuning in.
Thanks for enjoy your weekend.
You need a sweep.
Drink responsibly. Go to CobyStevens.com, Sweet Green, and Big City Wings. Thanks. See y'all later.
See ya. Thanks for the live episode.
Yeah, man. In all honesty, like you have to have a sweep. You got to obviously win the series, but if you can sweep, you sweep. Got to climb back to 500.
I said on your show, I think there's a way that if you win every series from here on out and you sweep the White Sox series, you are at 1 game below 500 when Baltimore's in town the middle of June. And I think that's a really good spot to be at. I mean, obviously you have Detroit with Scooble probably and Casey Mize and Flaherty. You're probably going to end up getting on the draw, but every other series is just go out and win. Like you can really get back to 500, or if you get to 500 early, mid We've seen it time and time again. Playing uphill, they finally got, the division at the last day, but it's something that I don't know. This team, I think, needs just mentally, just get there. Just get to 500 first.
Yeah, so what are they, 27?
28 and 35.
28 and 35. Okay, not 27.
Chasing 7.
So they're chasing 7.
You're chasing 7. Starts with a sweep.
How's Tucker doing today?
I'm going to say he's not in the lineup today.
After a flight, I don't know.
I'm going to say he's not in the lineup today. I'm saying Bregman's back in the lineup, but Tucker is not.
So you have Framber versus Griffin Canning.
Yep. Actually, the big question is what Framber are we going to get tonight?
Yeah.
He pitched well his last outing. What did he go? 7 1/3, 7 2/3.
Well, also Framber, no punchies this year. He's only sitting at 42 strikeouts on the season.
Yeah, punchies are a part of the game plan, man.
Yeah.
He likes to go rogue.
But when he's on and he's getting his ground balls, he still stacks 6 or 7 strikeouts. It just seems that I don't know how many starts he officially has on the season, so we can do the math.
I think he's 3 and 4.
There is a lot of foul balls, a lot of soft contact, a lot of high counts that are just driven up by foul balls, and so he started 9 games this year. 9 divided by 42. Not a big math guy, but that's around 4.5.
Close, yeah, because 9 times 5 is 45. So yeah,
like that math. That was pretty good.
9 times 4 is 36.
And I said half. Yeah, dude, that was pretty good. I really.
Did you just ask me if that was good math on 9 times 4? 9 times 5?
I was saying the average.
Dude, why are you? Don't
yelling,
get
dude?
defensive, man.
Why are you yelling, dude?
That voice,
I'm doing the math.
Josh, when he starts to kind of get calm with his voice a little bit, it's
I said 4.5. It's
4.66. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Now he's yelling.
Just because I'm good
now
at gambling math. You know what? I probably would have been valedictorian
basic math
if they were instead of the train was going this direction and this train was going, and they were just this gambler had $50 going this way and this gambler had $20 going this way. What's the speed of the train? I'd be 75 miles an hour, dude.
Yeah, that's exactly how it would be. Oh my gosh.
Comments, everyone tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. This is just a Friday chill episode.
Hey, Lindsay said she was going to call the show yesterday and she didn't.
Yeah, she didn't. Unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah, you can't have Rogue Fromber tonight.
You can't have Rogue Fromber. Locked on. Your Wheelhouse, your boy asked, how was the Pro-Am?
Okay, Lima, we need to hear about the Pro-Am. It was hot.
A little warm.
It was 90.
Yeah, you got a little sun, dude.
I got a lot of sun. Yeah.
Sun,
I mean, I've been
You've been tanning.
No, I've been laying out at the pool.
Where at?
I'm not telling you where. What's the number?
But I mean,
yeah. So I've got a nice tan, but it was hot.
Everyone that doesn't know, Brian was caddying for Sean Salisbury at the Live Golf Tournament.
Yeah.
Pro-Am.
Yeah,
was Happy there?
Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. Happy Gilmore 2 is going to be filmed.
Who was the biggest, other than you? Who was the biggest celebrity there?
Okay. Nick Casario was there, Texans GM. You've got. I'll just read these comments.
You're getting chirped, dude. Look at that, dude.
Yeah, see?
When is Dez Brian lunch? What? I already bought him lunch.
Hey, guys, long-time listener, first-time caller. When is Dez buying Brian lunch? He already bought me lunch. Thank you. The biggest celebrity that I saw yesterday, Macklemore was out there because he's performing this weekend at the concert.
He golfing?
No, he was doing his dry runs on the stage. They got this big-ass stage set up on the right-hand side of the 18th fairway. Obviously, the big golfers that I saw and got to meet was pretty cool. Phil Mickelson, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, Cam Smith played in our group. Jason Kokra was our back nine guy. I saw Nick. I just saw Nick Casario out there. I think Jeff Bagwell and Roger Clemens were in the group in front of us, and I was just for the love of God, please don't let us catch up.
Just said,
no.
Hey,
no.
Pace of play, baby. Pace of play. So a little drive. With the ball in Abreu's regards. Just a little.
Salisbury kept making smart ass comments. He was like, Lima, you think he saw your rant on some things? Do you think he saw it? And I was like, God, I hope not.
Dude, if Bagwell confronted you, you would have caved. There's no way you would have said
if he would have
pressed you would have caved.
No, I would not have.
Yeah, you would have.
Well, actually, you know what? For my job and my career, I would have to.
Cave,
I would. You have to. But I ain't no
Dude,
punk
have-
bitch.
have-
I mean,
Dude,
I'll
FCC dump, hit the dump button.
I won't I won't. If he were to get in my face or whatever, like I'd stand
think
toe
he's
to
gonna
toe with him. But
wow, that got really dramatic. I
yeah,
didn't say
well, that's
he's
what I
getting
thought
in
you were
your
talking
face. No,
about.
I just pressed you. a
you
little
said
bit.
confront.
Pressed you. There was one Instagram comment mentioned the
Dez, the perm looks tame today.
the perm looks tame. That was
It
not
does
the
look a
comment.
little-
That was not the comment I was about to mention. The comment I mentioned was about Mr. Diaz. Mr. Diaz hitting the baseball pretty damn well. over the
Wait,
last 3
scroll back
days.
down.
And I
Scroll
see
down.
on here with pop.
Okay, that's funny. Oh man,
The comments, the
My,
Instagram
one of my-
comments are we're getting a lot of chirps. Love it.
yeah.
Love it. 423 people watching. No pressure. I'm nervous.
You all right,
We're going
dude?
to be at a game so we can get some beer and some shots.
I'm not.
When are we going to a game together, dude?
It's in not Louisiana. It's in Los Angeles.
Well, I mean, we're not talking about going to Los Angeles. You
Oh.
just mentioned like in a home game.
Well,
Uh,
Dez has been telling me and Josh he's going to get us tickets to the game for a while now, and he has not followed through.
it's just, dude, you
Isn't that wrong?
gaslight
That's
me,
pretty
dude.
wrong,
You
isn't it?
gaslight me,
Josh,
dude.
don't you
You're
think?
Such a gaslighter, dude.
I know I've been waiting too. The
Unbelievable.
last time
Next homestand, Guillermo, we will
time-
have something.
he offered tickets, he was like, "Oh, hey, by the way, I got one left. Me and my other buddies, you know, the guys
That's
that I
not
actually
what
enjoy
happened.
being around, we
It's not-
got one extra ticket. Do one of you scrubs want to go?" Is word for word. Don't you remember that, Josh?
That's
Yeah, man.
That's totally false. I just said, "Hey, me and my dad
I
are going to the game.
I don't know.
You guys want to go?"
Yeah.
Right, no punk. I'm about to call
Yeah,
Brian. Put me
and-
on the air. Ooh, Colin's about to call you.
Yeah.
What's everyone's vibes going into?
Wait, is he actually calling?
Is he calling? Is he calling in right now?
I got my phone on Do Not Disturb. No, he didn't call.
What's everyone's vibe other than the perm chirps?
Locked
before
on
we-
Astros, the number that we're talking about is Lindsay said she was going to call the radio station tomorrow. You know the number because you've called the show before.
your 713.
713-212-5790. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But the number we're talking about is not our voicemail.
Yeah, we are definitely not ready for Collins in this show. We need a dub button.
The voicemails that we have are
They're
unique
great.
to say the least.
They're great. There's a whole episode we could
Wasn't-
do of internally. We were just like,
I'm pretty sure one of the ones that we have that we're not going to play like references a nun in some form or fashion.
Yeah,
So we're
there's-
not gonna talk about that
Yeah.
one.
the creativity's gone off the rails. All right. No one's here. No one's watching.
Nope.
This froze. We're frozen.
Uh-oh.
We're frozen.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Are we still on? No? We are? You sure? Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
So no one's watching video.
No one's watching any
Visually.
video. Just there it is.
There we go.
There we go. We're back. All right. No one's
Okay,
watching.
we are good.
What on June 7th are the Astros in the playoffs? No one's watching, dude.
Are you trolling me because of my take with Will Kunkel? Is this a troll or are
No,
you
dude,
actually
I
asking?
just watched your clip.
I feel
bro.
like he's gaslighting me right now.
I'm asking you a question. Are
Okay, as it stands right now, June
June
7th,
7th.
I'm going to stick with my original take from last week on Kicking It with Kunkel, and I don't think they make the playoffs. That might be tough for some of y'all to
hold on.
swallow.
Let me follow up. Are they playing for a playoff spot down the stretch or are they out? Like, are you saying when you're saying they don't make the playoffs, or are they like are they barely didn't make it, or they're just like,
I think the roster is good enough to be in contention down the stretch. And if they do get in the playoffs, it would be a wild card spot. I don't think they're going to get to the division. This pitching situation that the Astros have is a problem for me depth-wise. And we've talked about it, and I'll reiterate it again. Like, Arrighetti has never thrown more than like 66 innings.
Mm.
Ronel Blanco, the most innings he's ever thrown in affiliated baseball was in 2017 with like A ball and double A, and he threw 88 innings. Those two are the five of your starting rotation. Justin Verlander is 41? Is he 40, 41? He'll be your most consistent guy. Framber Valdez, when he's on, we know he's a really, really good arm. But what Framber are you going to get?
Fair.
Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown has pitched much better as of late, but can he continue? He's only done it once. He threw like 125 innings last year or 150 innings or whatever it was. Can he continue it? And then outside of that 5 that I just mentioned, who is going to be your spot start guy? You would have to bring up Eric Lauer, who pitched well. We talked about on the radio a couple days ago, yesterday. He's going to have to come in and have to have some spot starts for you. That's a problem. What wins championships? It's pitching, and timely hitting. Okay. So I think they have the offense to do it. Whatever. Eric Getty, the 120, not at the big league level.
So I'll play devil's advocate. And Colin just
called me.
I will say this. I agree with your take about pitching. But once you get in the playoffs, that division series, you're only rolling 3 starters.
Yep.
So your 4th and 5th guy are now in the bullpen. And if Presley rounds into form, you keep Hader and Abreu doing what they're doing.
But you're saying they're going to you're already talking playoffs.
Yeah, they're getting
You think
they're getting it.
You think this 5-man rotation, God forbid any other injuries, you think that can get them to the playoffs?
Yeah. Because I don't think the West.
So
I don't think the West is. I don't think the wild card take. I don't think is obtainable at all. I think
it's division or nothing.
It's division or bust.
Okay.
Just because also all those losses that we had early in the season are going to hurt in that second tier tiebreaker for wild card when it all gets jumbled up. So I think it's division or bust. Yeah, 100%. But once you get in and you're the 3 seed because you won a division, you only need 3 starters. Your 2 other starters are going to the bullpen as your bridge guys now. So at that point, you just need this offense who was 1 game away from the World Series last year and a year and a half removed from winning World Series. I don't think anyone wants to play this team if they get in.
This team in the playoffs can still beat anybody.
124 and 2/3 innings for Eric Getty last year between AA and AAA. Sorry.
And I agree.
We're frozen again, Josh.
The starters for this team are going to bump all against their highs, and they're going to bump against everything they've ever done, and they're going to surpass all. Saying all that, I mean, there's going to be a month where this offense carries the team.
Yeah,
it's like
we see it every year.
Yeah, so if you calculate that month in, okay, there's only 2 months after that you just to play complete team baseball. I'll take those odds.
Okay, so
I think the margins are tighter than hell.
And look, my opinion on this is I'm a huge Astros fan.
I'm not saying you're not an Astros fan.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying I keep people in the comments like this is a realistic take in my opinion. I'm taking my homer glasses off and saying that the Astros are 7 games under 500 right now. Like we have to be realists here. They have a 5-man rotation for the next 5 or 6 weeks. That's a problem.
So maybe a more immediate question is, a month from now, are we looking at the Astros as buyers or sellers?
So you think
in a month, that's when you'll know.
Okay, so
yeah.
Hang on real quick. So just looking at this division, Seattle is at 36 and 28. Texas is at 30 and 32. Houston at 28 and 35. You think Seattle is just going to fall off?
I think Seattle has the best pitching staff in baseball.
But they can't hit offensively. Sorry.
I think
they have a conversation. Why? See, this is the problem with Astros fans. Like we start talking about different opinions, and all of a sudden you're like, "Whoa, relax."
No, I'm just getting my take before you just like water it down. My take is this: they have the best pitching staff in baseball.
I agree.
Next, probably them and the Phillies.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, the Yankees are pretty good too.
Juan Soto could be down.
This is what I think both of those teams, every starter's going 8 innings. And they're going 8 innings the entire year. You're telling me they're not going to all hit dead arm in the same time period? They're going to be a stretch where Seattle
also has younger arms.
Seattle's going to hit that dead arm period. It happens. We've seen it time and time again with pitchers. It's going to happen. In those 2 or 3 weeks, they'll fall back to the pack.
Seattle's one of those streaky teams anyways.
And they can't hit like you said. So if the starting pitching is getting banged up or hit around, they don't have the offense right now. I'm sure they're going to make trades and make moves. Because what's in DePito? What's his name? DePoto. He always makes weird calculated moves like that. So they're going to make moves. But I just feel like with all those arms all healthy and going 7-8 innings deep every start and striking out 9 batters a game, those innings, that's a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot.
I understand that. I agree with the take on the dead arms. The Astros are also going to go through the same thing.
I know, but the Astros have a better offense to make up for that. That's
Okay.
what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying. The offense,
Okay, and that's where you go
there's
with
going to be
the-
a month where the
with the
offense
month, right.
carries. Can Seattle's offense carry for
No.
Exactly.
I mean, they got a +10 run differential right now, but their run score 238 compared to runs allowed is 228.
The Astros run differential is
I mean, the Astros
only
can't
like
bank
15
on
left.
that as a plan, and
Yeah.
like your mindset is we have to go win 2/3 of our games from here on out, but maybe actually 70% of our games from here on out.
I want the Astros to make the playoffs more, probably as much as y'all do. I am just really concerned with the pitching staff. is
No,
all
I
I'm
think
saying.
it's a fair, it's a fair
valid.
statement.
I
It's
think,
a valid,
I think
fair statement.
Seattle wins 90 or 91 games, and I think it's on the Astros solely to figure their own stuff out and get to that mark on their own. But
Let's see.
in the conversation of buyer or sellers, because we have some comments on this, is there a starting pitcher out there that you would have the Astros go
Ooh.
after, trade, or I don't think there's
So,
really
I-
free agents.
You also have to. Well, we can't be forgetting that you got Luis Garcia should be back.
Yeah.
Right. So that's something to look forward to. Also, you're in a softer part of your schedule. So this is, if you're going to make up ground, you got to do it this right now.
You got to go. I think Schwabi said 17 or what was it?
So here's
13-7.
Here's Will Kunkel put this together on Fox 26. He tweeted out final 99 games. Last year, the fewest in the American League, fewest wins in the AL to make playoffs was the 2023 Twins. They won 87 games. For the Astros to win 87 games this year, they have to go 59-40. That's a winning percentage of .595, so 60%. To finish the season with a winning record, they got to go 54-45. That's a .545 winning percentage.
59-40 gets you what? Sorry?
59-40 would get you to 87 wins. And that's what made the playoffs last year. The lowest
They do have
win.
one of the easiest schedules remaining.
Current pace, they would
finish.
finish.
I think you got to win like 64 games.
The current pace right now would have them finish at 72-90. So you look at 59-40 to get to 87 wins. And what did you just say?
I think you need like 62,
You-
63.
So you would, yeah.
I think they need 91 wins to win the division.
So in order to get to that, they would have to win 63 games.
63-37.
Yes,
I mean, I
You like that math?
it's good math.
still think with this offense, anything is kind of possible.
Yeah.
None of
If the offense doesn't bang and the offense doesn't carry, then the season's chalk.
the issue is we talked about it on the last pod, and I tweeted about it. The pitching has been nails for about 2 weeks now, but they're still failing to win because the offense is just,
Runners in scoring position.
Okay.
It's a problem.
You got 3 with the Angels,
Mhm.
3 with the Giants.
Giants suck.
4-2, the worst you can go.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 against the Tigers at home. Those are going to be if you get Scooble, Casey Mize, and Flaherty. That's a very tough
Those would be tough
matchups.
games, but still
And
winnable.
hopefully winnable.
Yeah.
But tough. The White Sox go to the White Sox. That's hold on. We have Detroit at home, then go to
and then go to walks
to
and then
Chicago for 3, and then
and
come
then-
back for.
yeah,
That's a weird. Okay.
yeah.
You have to take care of business against the White Sox, but you know Maldi and
Don't-
everyone's gonna be fired up. They're
Dude,
gonna
they
they're
just
gonna rally the troops.
No,
for
are
Maldi, dude.
they?
They are.
They just lost their 14th in a row.
Yeah, dude. Well, okay, you got those 3. Then you get Baltimore in town, which is gonna be tough. A tough 3.
You talking about? Are you saying Martin Maldonado and Corey Lee
It's
revenge games?
Yes, it's a Martin Ball revenge game.
Yeah.
Corey
I'm-
Julks.
Corey Joke, he's hitting the shit out of the ball.
And Corey Julks, yeah, him too.
Okay, so then you have the Orioles for 3, which is going to be tough. 2 with the Rockies, very soft. 3 with the Mets, You have a soft.
You do.
June
June
7th to June 30th.
The rest of the month of June, if you're gonna make up ground, it's now or never.
Is it safe to say that the series, the season, depends on the month of June?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
yeah,
Because
100%.
if they are still in this position a month from now, I don't think they full on sell, but
They'll make a couple moves though.
they make getting to the playoffs this year harder by making moves.
So
Do
go
you
ahead.
think because you were circling back on buyers, sellers, and arms. I saw some comments of the arms, and that's one of the names I want. Severino from Guillermo, where the Mets are probably going to be sellers.
Mm-hmm.
The Blue Jays are probably going to be sellers. No, and I don't think anyone, maybe the Mets, but no one really thought the Blue Jays would be sellers this year. So if like
they underachieve every year,
your group of sellers at the deadline, I think, is bigger than what we saw last year, where there was like so condensed and the price was so high.
Yeah.
Is it better to go get an arm on the front end before the deadline on these teams,
I say yes.
or waiting?
Real quick,
I say yes. I say you should be calling right now.
Blockbuster trade that the Astros is just one of those things that Crane just loves to do. And the reason he brought Dez and Brian in because James Click was not making those big.
He did the meticulous moves.
Yeah. Call it now.
You're calling
it just because if I hit, that's fucking crazy. The Astros trade for Vlad Guerrero and Berrios.
So I've already.
Wow.
I know y'all talked about Vlad yesterday on the show.
Yeah.
And as you were saying, I was like, they could package with Berrios. And
Is Vlad a rental? Or is he
No.
He's like 2 years left.
No, he's got 2 years left. It's
Yeah,
like 1 or 2
Berrios,
years
I think,
left.
has 2 years
And he's
left.
only like 26.
And Berrios,
I like that.
Berrios in this rotation.
I like
Guys,
that.
teams that are gonna be sellers are gonna be probably the White Sox, the Rockies, the Angels, the Marlins, the Mets, Oakland, Washington. I even read an article that
Vlad's a free agent in 2026, so you get 1.5 years.
okay, so you get this year and
You
he's
get
under
half this year
and he's
and
armed
same
next
for
year.
Berrios. I think he has.
So you get a year and a half
More
of
next year.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. before he hits the free agent market. I even read that the Oakland Athletics are open to deals for Mason Miller.
Ooh, you know who I want?
Luis Robert Jr.
Well, yeah, but JP Sears from Oakland.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good.
That little lefty.
Lefty, yeah.
Or you get what's that? Get Earsig? Earsig?
Ooh, yeah. I like that. Or I mean, there's ways to get there.
So I would.
Wow, Berrios goes to 2028.
What's
Oh,
his?
shit, yeah.
Where's he at arbitration wise?
No. He has a fat.
He's a-
He
yeah,
got
he's
he
a
signed
sorry.
a 7-year, $131 million contract.
Sorry, I was thinking of Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Berrios
still.
is probably not possible, but imagine.
Yeah, it'd be a haul.
So another thing that comes to mind when we talk about the offense carrying the Astros, you have to put together your best offensive lineup every single game. Who gives you the opportunity to have the best lineup? Who gives you the best chance to win? Jose Abreu cannot be in this lineup.
I agree.
He cannot be in this lineup.
I think there's 2 weeks left of this experiment.
Got to stop fucking around with this.
I was about to say over under.
I think it's 2 more weeks. And I'm saying that because
It's too much.
in
I think
these
it's
2
under.
weeks, you have Joey getting 2 more weeks of reps.
Yeah.
I think
first.
a week and a half from now, that if he hasn't, which he isn't, if he hasn't turned a corner, they pull the plug and Joey's back.
If he gets 2 starts this weekend, that's a problem, in my opinion.
I think he's going to. I think
Joe's trying to force the issue.
Yeah, and maybe Joe's playing him, and he's like, "Look, see, we're playing him every day. Look."
Oh, he's still not doing it? I see.
You know what I mean?
He's still not succeeding?
Yeah, Joe's like.
but if he's only
get
giving him
off-
a start every 4 days, that maybe gives someone behind the
Oh,
scenes power to
more-
be like, "Well, we need more run."
Yeah.
So, and at that point, you're now in July when you need a win.
Either way, he can't be in the lineup.
But
Like,
this is what I'm saying. Joey, I think we'll know. I think the indicator for the experiment ending is if Joey gets like a full week of starts at first base. If Joey Lopes gets just every day starting at first base,
mhm.
then we're like, okay, time is ticking. Time is definitely ticking.
Yeah. And then, Are you going to post that one, Josh?
I can't do the.
On that
Instagram
one?
ones.
I can't see any comments.
So they just, Trevor Bauer.
Instagram's arguing
Trevor
about
Bauer
Trevor
got-
Bauer right now.
Trevor Bauer got brought up.
Bauer's
about-
not playing for any.
There's
season.
this is I hate talking about this
Allegedly.
because it's such an exhausting topic.
Remember we did
Dude.
a podcast on this,
It was in
March?
March.
and people still.
There is a reason why Trevor Bauer is not pitching for anyone. There's a reason why no one is going after Trevor Bauer. There are teams out there that need pitching, and not one team is going after him. There's a reason why. He is not going to come to the Houston Astros.
Yeah.
So quit asking.
Nick Saban.
Yeah, I guess when you go back to the lineup thing and Jose Abreu, what'd you say, 2 weeks?
I think 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think by the Baltimore series, we'll know one way or the other.
That's a good, all these kind of weaker, in quotes, teams with weaker pitching, if he's not hitting them, then like, you got to cut bait.
So I think there's a lot of moves. It depends. Like, is Dana going to make – obviously, he's been very forward that – and he's almost double and triple down, I think, with Chandler last week, that he doesn't see any scenario of being sellers. But there's a way to sell and retool for 2025 and still win in 2024. Obviously, it's not going to be – as a fan, there's going to be a lot of names leaving, but you can get really calculated if you wanted to, if you want to go that route. But I'd probably put 5% on that. But
do you think the White Sox move Garrett Crochet?
I think the White Sox move. Yeah.
I think the White Sox are going to try to move everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, he's somebody that he's 24. He's lights out.
Yeah. He's so good. So it just feels like a ticking time bomb.
With the right pitching lab.
Feels like a ticking time bomb with that arm.
His arm.
Maybe. He's so good though.
I think the White Sox are going to try to offload everybody.
I'm just looking at the whip leaders and who could be available.
Well, I feel like
Seth Lugo. If the
he's with Kansas. I thought he was with Kansas City.
Yeah, if they fall out of it.
Who?
Royals.
I think the Royals are going to push.
No,
I think anyone in the Central is going to push.
They're definitely going to push. That division is actually pretty competitive.
You want to trade? And this is me and my buddy Jason. We're because a month and a half ago, we're like, Nolan Gorman hadn't been hitting. We're like, man, what if Nolan Gorman, a former top prospect, need a change of scenery, just like Spencer Jones did from Cleveland to Colorado? Nolan Jones.
Yeah.
Spencer Jones with the Yankees. I was like, man, what if you could do a change of scenery with the top prospect and make a move? Obviously, Nolan Gorman's been killing the ball since then. But same scenario, Spencer Torkelson for Detroit just got sent down. Former 1-1 guy, top guy. He's just hasn't figured it out. He's a first baseman. Maybe you take a flyer on him. Maybe it's a change of scenery type thing, and you go get a former top 10 prospect in baseball.
I think it's weird because I think that's most likely that they make some more flyer type moves. But then it's also, you have that in the back of your mind of what Jim Crane said about Click or what came out about Click and why he went with Dana Brown, wanting to make more kind of the big ball moves. But it's like, I don't know if they can do that right now.
No, they can't.
I think it's more likely they go for those pitchers that are kind of on like a Tyler Anderson from the Angels, like who did you say earlier? JP Sears. Like a guy like that. That's not going to be a big splash, but it's going to contribute.
Well, we've seen it time and time again. Like a lot of big splashes on big names. I mean, I think the Astros pretty much the outlier with striking gold, but all the other teams that have tried big names and stuff like that at the deadline, like, doesn't really pan out. So it's going to be interesting. And if you rock with three, let's just say you're rocking with JV, Framber, Blanco, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you would hope Luis is ready to go by the playoffs, like spun up, stretched out, hopefully lands. But let's just say they're not. We're counting them out in this scenario. Those three can win you a playoff series.
Yeah.
It's just how much wear and tear do you have
getting there
and staying there. Like if you're constantly playing uphill, it's like that Greek god pushing the ball, the boulder up the mountain.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Achilles?
No.
Sounds like that word. It sounds like an STD, but it's not.
You talking about Maximus Decimus Meridius?
No, that's a good pull though, dude. But that guy that was taking the boulder up the wall and just getting the mountain kept falling back down. That's what it feels like.
Yeah,
Sisyphus.
Yeah, not
syphilis. Not syphilis. Sisyphus. Dude, we could say that. FCC's not here, dude. We could say that. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, Sisyphus.
But it feels like Sisyphus, not syphilis. Oh man, this is our Friday episodes.
Sisyphus. Huh?
Yeah,
Jack Flaherty, somebody said. That could be interesting.
Graf, I agree. Graf, there's 100 games. There's 100 games.
99.
There's not. Isn't the official number 99
Mm.
after today or today's 100?
I think it's 99.
We'll just round up. It's 100.
That's fine. That's fine.
100 more games. Everybody
The
said
season's kind of sneaking through. Oh,
I mean, the All-Star break is literally right around the corner.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
But
we'll be doing it if anybody's tuning in who doesn't usually watch us or anything. Every year we do a trade deadline stream. This year, probably more than ever, we might be doing multiple things leading up, multiple like pods specifically on the trade deadline because this is going to be an interesting year for the Astros.
I think it's the first time, it is the first time we've been chasing, obviously, but two, if we're going to be sellers at the deadline, then all of a sudden we're shipping off guys, and I still think there's that path is if you were to move the guys that are not coming back next year, if you were to move a bullpen arm, and if you were to move, I don't know if you can move a starting pitcher anymore. If you move that kind of surplus and get a return and you get some prospects and some major league ready guys, you can still be contenders in 24 when you sold. Because Seattle's done that in the past. Seattle offloads contracts they're not going to re-sign or they don't want to pay. And then they get like Josh Rojas from Arizona, right? They traded Paul Sewald, I believe, and someone else. They got Rojas, which was obviously an Astros farmhand, but a major league guy, and they got like 2 prospects. So like, now do you trust the front office being creative?
Let me ask you all this quick hot
Who's
take.
in the front office?
Hot take question.
Who's on first?
Don't think about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. This is all
Fuck one, marry one, kill one?
Switzerland.
Okay.
Switzerland segment. We can say whatever we
Switzerland
want.
take. If you have to trade one, pick one now. Chaz or Myers?
Chaz.
Chaz he proved it over a whole season.
I know.
He's just struggling right now. Myers is just now proving it.
I'm a big believer in Jake Myers, and I have been. I'm big team Myers.
I do feel like a major league outfielder is going to get moved, and it didn't have to happen. Because you could have signed arms in the offseason. You could have got a Lorenzen.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, so that's where my biggest
frustrations lie.
Yeah, I'm so frustrated, dude, because everyone knew about it. Everyone fucking knew we had on an innings crunch. Everyone knew we had arms that were coming, but we didn't know if.
Whoa, dude, you're getting all fired up right now. But just 10 minutes ago, you told me this rotation's fine, and they're going to get in the playoffs.
No, I'm angry and frustrated with the front office.
Well,
because everyone knew you needed a Odorizzi type person to go out there and eat innings over 162.
All I'm saying
to
is,
be fair with that,
Michael Lorenzen was right there. You know,
I've heard y'all say this a lot. To play devil's advocate with that, they had about 9 big league starting pitchers going into this, including getting Luis back and getting Lance back. You would have had JV, Framber, Hunter Brown, Javier, Urquidy, Arrighetti.
But you lost 2 of those in spring training.
You had JP France.
JP France
and Justin Verlander both had injuries right as soon as spring training started.
I know, but
so as soon as that happened, they should have gone and got somebody out. And Urquidy was, and Urquidy.
So
I know, I get what, as soon as that happened in spring training, but I think they thought there was enough.
No, I 100%. I think and
they played for
in a vacuum. I would agree.
Everybody came back healthy. Javier didn't have
they gambled and lost. You crapped out.
Yeah, they gambled and lost.
So now we're gonna have to trade a major league, a starting major league outfielder.
Yes,
and or prospects we don't have.
Yeah,
for an innings eater.
Yeah,
make that make sense. That's a double loss. You could have just signed the guy in the offseason. But instead, you gambled, you lost.
Yep.
And now you have to send someone away to make up that loss. So that's a loss right there. Even if the guy comes in and he wins 7 games down the stretch, that's awesome. That's great. The process is still fucking broken.
As
Whatever,
soon
what
as
do I know?
as soon as JP France and Verlander got pushed back and their little injuries, they should have gone out and signed somebody. And there were guys out there for the cheap too, for a couple $1 million.
Jake Myers is hitting arbitration 1 this year. It's crazy.
And plus, the Dana Brown, the general manager, is very high on Jake Myers, and apparently Joe Espada is as well.
This
so that
is
should show you
the
everything
third general manager
that's been high on
that's
him.
high on Jake Myers.
So if anyone's going to get traded, it's going to be Chaz McCormick,
Well,
which I think he's going to be moved.
Probably.
because that's the only asset we have. Is a
Yeah, 'cause
major
you don't have
league-
any prospects.
You don't have.
You don't
I mean, you can't
prospects.
afford moving a Melton unless you go get
No.
a top arm, and I don't know if Melton even does that. So.
I think somebody like Pedro gets traded. Just he's
Mm,
tearing it up, and there's not a spot for him.
Yeah,
you know.
that's a good take.
But speaking of injuries, we should get into a segment.
Bring us in. Sweet Green Health Report.
The
Use code
Sweet Green Health
Apollo50
Report.
on your mobile order. At Sweet Green, you get 50% off your little meal. Caramelized steak bowl,
Oh, that's you do double steak. and you
double
get-
steak, double
that's
protein.
like 3 meals.
Yeah, you have to go double protein. You
Yeah.
get 50% off double protein.
Protein.
All right, we have obviously
What's
Kyle
that?
Tucker. Last we heard was walking around on crutches. I'm sure we'll get an update this afternoon on how he's feeling. Probably not playing. Y'all say he's probably not playing tonight. I agree. We'll probably hopefully see him like Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, you just gotta know how that flight was.
Yeah. Well, and also like don't
Don't
rush
rush
him
him
back.
back.
Yeah, there's no.
Will you hang up and hang out, dude?
Oh, I was
You've
checking-
been on
I
your
was-
phone this entire episode.
No, I haven't.
the entire episode.
I got emails coming in, so I have to work.
Alex Bregman, left hand contusion. Just bruised up. You
Contusion.
think he's back tonight?
Contusion.
I think he's back tonight.
Yeah, I think he's back.
All right. Since we last
Dude,
did a
wearing 95 on the wrist sucks.
Yeah.
We got really lucky there.
since we last did the health report, the news of Javier
Yeah.
and Urquidy dropped.
What's Jose's
It
last
actually
name?
dropped that day after we filmed the pod.
Jose, huh?
It dropped that day after we filmed the pod, so we didn't get to
What's Jose's
Yeah.
last name?
Don't put me on the spot, dude.
How do you pronounce his last name?
Urquidy.
What is it?
Urquidy.
Arquidy?
Urquidy. is what I said.
Urquidy?
What are you doing, dude?
It's Urquidy.
That's what I said.
You said Arquidy and Urquidy.
No, I didn't.
It's Urquidy.
Urquidy's what I said.
It's not Urquidy.
You have a kitty?
You're gaslighting me, dude. I'm telling you, it's a fucking troll job. Jose Urquidy.
That's what I said. Jose
No,
Urquidy.
you didn't. What'd you say?
No, dude.
How do you say Spencer's last name?
Urquidy.
Okay.
And that's gonna do it for our Sweet Green Health Report. Brought to you
Yeah,
by
we
Sweet
lost
Green.
Javier and Jose. That sucks. That
To
sucks
elbow
so bad.
surgery.
Jose probably pitched his last game as a Houston Astro.
Jose who?
Urquidy.
He's not Italian, but we'll go with that. That's fine.
All right.
Dude,
All right.
You're
All right, that's
such
a Sweet Green
narc,
Health
dude.
Report,
You're
huh?
probably the student in class that told the teacher that we had homework. You're that person, dude. That's who you are right now, dude.
Not even close, dude.
Miss Smith, you
No.
forgot to collect our homework. Oh, thanks, Brian.
Nope. I didn't
Everyone's like, nerd,
even- no, I didn't even.
teacher's pet.
I would never do that. Hell no, I hated homework.
Astro Center, the trade for JV was good. It hurt, but it was good.
The trade for JV is dumb in the sense of he was only going to Houston, so we negotiated against ourselves and we threw in Ryan Clifford. Gilbert, okay,
Gilbert's-
I was okay with Gilbert.
Gilbert's only played like 20 games this year because he's been hurt.
From what I've heard, even
Yeah.
from Tony Vitello, and that was a good trade. The Clifford thing sucks because the process once again is broken. You got this guy off his Vanderbilt commitment. You paid him over slot, so you use your slot money to go get this guy, and then you trade him when JV was like, "I only wanted to go to Houston," so you negotiate against yourself. So throwing in Clifford was stupid.
What did you-
It hurt and it sucks, but I think it
works
needed-
because
it was needed. They
It
needed
had to be done.
Yeah.
It had to be done.
And imagine this year if we didn't have JV right now. Like,
You know, that's the worst feeling when you negotiate against yourself.
yeah.
The Astros are
Yes.
not going to trade for Montgomery. Montgomery is not good this year. He got booed off the
Yeah,
field
what?
2 nights ago.
Weird how all the Boras guys are.
Yeah. Same with Snell. He's hurt.
Weird how the Boras guys are.
Yeah.
Maybe spring training matters.
One might say that it does.
Unbelievable that Honestly, is Boras done?
I was just going to ask you the question: Is Boras
If
done?
Boras flops this,
Well,
This offseason might be the biggest of his career since he started.
yeah, I would say
Because
so.
if I was a up and coming player, maybe not the ones that are already entrenched, but like the rookies now, watching what's unfolding, are they blaming this more on the teams or on Boras?
I think Boras is telling everyone that, hey, all these owners are colluding against me and y'all.
For sure he's spinning it that way.
And Boras obviously has all his powers in the players union and stuff like that. So they're going to obviously push for transparency. But when are the owners ever going to agree to that transparency? Never. So I think it's Boris's biggest, like you said, Josh, his biggest offseason of his career.
Yeah, I mean,
Montgomery fired him.
yeah,
Like
he signed his contract with Arizona and then fired him.
If
he's been the name in baseball for agents, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years?
For like forever.
Yeah. And
He's
this is
the
the
one
first
who
time,
knocks.
like,
He's the one.
He's the one
He's
that-
the one that negotiated A-Rod's deal, right? The big one,
I think so.
like with the Rangers.
Let me fact check.
I'm pretty sure that was him.
let me I wonder how many. Obviously Bregman's a Boras guy.
Yep.
Scott Boras.
Is now Altuve a Boras guy?
free agent.
Pretty sure Altuve is a Boras
So this would be
guy.
2025, right?
Yeah, it was Scott Boras. That
For
did A-Rod's
A-Rod. That's what I thought. Yeah.
So he's got Alonso, Soto, Scherzer, Bregman, and Burns, all in 2025.
You think Bregman drops him?
I think all these guys have to rock with them because it's so late in the process.
It's true. I'd be more upset as a pitcher.
But if he flops, okay, Soto's gonna get his right.
Yeah.
Like so, that's an outlier.
Regardless.
He's an outlier like Ohtani.
Yeah, I think it's more the edge pitcher.
The Alonso, the Burns will be a big indicator.
Mm-hmm.
Breggy, Scherzer. He's old.
Hot take, I think the Orioles make their first Giants signing with Burns. Keeping him on.
Really?
Keeping him on the
I did
boat.
give. You want to take Juan Soto's a Philadelphia Philly.
God damn.
Dombrowski said he's going to be aggressive in the outfield market. He even mentioned Tucker. He brought up Tucker just
Yeah.
randomly.
I saw that.
He's got his boys Bryce and Trey there. You're just running the Nationals 2019, 2018
Run it
redux.
back. Yeah.
What, does Soto play left? Or Bryce?
So, wherever he wants to play. But
I think it's more
I think
likely
the
they go
Philadelphia
for-
Phillies are a
I think it's
could
more
make a
likely they go
splash.
for
Why wouldn't he
Alonso.
play right for the Phillies?
Bryce plays right.
Bryce
Bryce
at
is playing
first.
first.
Oh, he's back. He's still at first?
Yeah.
Okay. I know he moved to first after
Yeah, they kept him there.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Dude, honestly, I think the Yankees are going to offload some of their guys so they can sign Soto to a massive contract. Because Cashman or no? Oh my God, Steinbrenner. Hal Steinbrenner said
it's
just
on
a couple weeks ago about
uneconomical to
Yeah.
have your payroll over 300 million.
yeah he was
whatever it
talking
was.
about the payroll. So I think
They're
they
always,
will.
like, putting their foot in their mouth.
I think they will offload some guys somehow and free up some money, and they are going to dump a shit ton. They're going to
I
$500 million.
But
I
they
think
can't.
honestly, hot take. I think they try and move Stanton.
Unsustainable. Yeah, there you go.
They,
Thanks, Courtney.
They have to move. I think you have to almost move. I'd move Cole.
Jesus, I mean,
Hey, you have
that is the most
look at
depth-
your
they
look
have
at
the
your
most depth.
rotation right now.
yeah.
If I can get Cole off the books and go get Soto, who's
They-
6
they
years
need-
younger and the same price point,
I'll say they need Soto more than they need Cole.
Soto changes the New York Yankees. It is very, very evident, as you can see so
Yeah.
far through 2.5
Now-
months.
Now you got to worry about. I mean, I don't think
Ooh,
So he got removed-
Zitz had a really good take. Luis Robert to the Phillies.
he got
That
removed
would be good.
from the game. What, yesterday, right? Juan
Yeah.
Soto, and he's got some forearm issues. So obviously they're going to get it looked at. He said it's been around for a little bit now, and they were going to try to work through it, and it just won't go away. So obviously you hear forearm, you think Tommy John, and depending on how that goes with Juan Soto, it's not going to mess with his contract.
Yeah.
He's still going to get a massive payday, but we'll see it for the rest of this season at least.
Yeah, it's going to be really. I think all the other Boras clients are going to, and once again, I think that Boras what kind of Boras didn't he like? You have to wait till the market sets, and you're not going to get anyone signed before the Soto contract done. So how long does the Soto contract sweepstakes take? If that goes into January, then everyone else is going to be running late for spring training, like we just saw this year. There's no way Boras can fuck that up again.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that's my path. If I'm a GM, I'm doing that.
Which part?
I'm offloading and reloading.
Yeah,
For 2025.
I think when we talk
But
about
you
the
could still
Astros-
win.
So do you mean Fromber, Presley, and
Yes.
Bregman?
maybe not Bregman.
I would say you would move your third baseman, the fourth outfielder, the eighth inning guy, and I don't know if you can move Framber. I've been very high on moving Framber for over a year and a half.
Mhm.
I don't know if you can now with those injuries. I think you just got to eat it. But if you move those three, you can reload, and because you have a core of Altuve, Jordan, Tucker, Pena, Diaz, Myers. You fill in
Joey.
you're gonna have 200, I think 150 million, 160 million to spend next year.
Yeah.
You have in this scenario, if you're keeping Framber, JV, Framber, Blanco, Spencer, Hunter, and then obviously Luis, Lance, just in that core, and then you have everyone in the bullpen still. So you can make a move to do that, and I see that, and maybe it's just like thinking way too hard for myself. Like you're overthinking it, but Seattle does it and it works.
Yeah, you gotta.
Kind of.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
I don't think anybody wants Jose Abreu, but you would also try to offload him.
I think.
you
I mean,
can.
I think it just.
I think you could offload him if you ate the contract.
I think.
I think that's the happiest scenario for everybody. If you go if you traded him to the White Sox, you ate almost the entire contract.
I think you're gonna have to eat the contract. I mean, you're eating the contract.
Either way,
regardless,
yeah. Just
Well, this is my biggest thing, and I don't want to speak for y'all, but I'll just speak for me, my personal opinion. I just don't want to see some half-ass 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. Like you have to make a decision if you're a buyer or seller and go. Like you just can't just buy to buy, and then we're sitting here right at 500 or 85 wins or 86 wins, and we're not in the playoffs. You're just like,
yeah.
Well, that was for fucking nothing.
Nothing. What was the point? Yeah.
So it's either you're all in or you're all out.
Yeah.
And you just can't half-ass it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Like that, and I don't trust this front office Game of Thrones situation going on to do that. I really don't.
One last question to end the day on.
Is the spot a one and done if the Astros miss the playoffs?
Yes.
But then if we're sellers and bail on the year anyway, it's not really his fault.
Life's not fair. Yes.
I think they give him one more year.
I think he's one and done. And that's nothing to say against
I don't think that's
him.
fair. I don't think it's fair to Joe Espada, but I think
well,
the reality
it's Major League Baseball.
That's what I was going to follow up with.
It's a business at the end of the day. Jim Crane does not like to lose.
So who just hypothetically, who is there a name in your head that you would want?
That we would want, or that the Astros would want?
There's one that he'll never do. I want Cora.
Yeah, Des has been saying.
I want Cora.
I would love to have Cora back.
That will never happen.
But I also think,
Yeah.
okay, so then if for some reason, let's say he is one and done,
they're gonna, who they're gonna get?
you have to keep Jeff Bagwell out of the mix for the manager search because we will end up. Hold on, we will end up with motherfucking Brad Ausmus as the next manager.
That's what I was gonna say. If Joe Espada is one and done, Brad Ausmus is your head coach in 2025. Bookmark this. Record this because I don't like it. I'm not saying
no.
That's what's gonna happen.
Who was that other guy? Who was
gonna happen?
Who was the other dude that was mentioned as a potential manager that was like one of Jeff Bagwell's buddies that played in the league?
Oh yeah, was that
who was
that
it?
Just floated at the very end?
Yeah, at the very end. Who was it?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Come on, it was a guy that we've never heard of.
They floated that name, Ausmus and Espada all in that 1 week.
Yes.
Who was it? Chad, did we know?
Did it start with the T? Tim?
No,
it wasn't.
Was it
Weiss.
No, it wasn't Walt Weiss. Dude, who
Weiss
was it?
Weiss was floated for a little
His
bit.
name was
I know,
his
I'm
name
looking
was
at
out
the
there.
list of
God,
Craig
what was
Counsell
his
was
name?
out there.
What was that name?
Andy Green?
I'm gonna find it, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Damn, it's not
Or
on
no,
any
was
of
it
the lists.
was it a Bagwell or was it a Dana guy?
No, it was a Bagwell
Bagwell
guy.
It was a Bagwell guy. I remember that. Dude, Mark Kotsay could have been the Astros manager. Kotsay's doing a great job.
God, what was that guy's name?
Yeah, I remember the name.
Oh,
It's
man,
not on
is
any of
this-
the. It was really late in the conversation because it's not on any of the articles I'm looking up.
It was late in the process. We're like,
Yeah, it was
what?
late.
We're like,
Donnie
what?
Ecker, Don Kelly.
Yeah, I don't know where you go. I mean, is it a
Oh my god, what was that dude's name?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, but it was very lightly floated at the very end of the.
I don't know.
I don't even know if he got an interview. What if you bring Joe Madden back out of the shadows?
Uh,
I don't want it. I'm just.
Nah.
I forgot he was.
yeah. The thing is this, like, all right, if Joe Esparza is one and done, does that mean your interview process is broken? Do I trust your interview process?
That's my thing about the whole one and done thing. That is Jim Crane admitting a mistake, and I think at this point in that's an easy thing to admit. Like earlier with Bo Porter, or with like the moves earlier in his tenure, that's fine. But I think at this point, I don't know if he would be that quick to be like, "Oh, I made the wrong decision."
Look how long it's taken them to say their mistake was wrong with.
I know that exactly.
Abreu.
I think the pride is heavy in that decision room. So I don't know if they would that quickly.
What is that guy's name?
I remember because it was so out of the blue. It was so out of the blue. I don't know.
On Instagram, guy.
But the thing is, everything fixes if you win. If you can just go, if you can get to one game below or above 500 going into July, I feel like we're in a really good spot.
I think they could be at 500 at the deadline.
I think we have to be above 500 by the deadline. I think you have to be 4 or 5 clear of 500 by the deadline.
It's tough. Well,
You're always on your phone, dude. Just say hang up and
I
hang
am
out.
scouring
He's
for
looking
this.
for that name.
Hold on.
And you know what? And I'll give Brian this as he's looking. He's a little bloodhound. Once he gets to sit on something, he's gonna find out. because I made one saber catch joke and he went back 7.5 months to
Back
find
to
this-
March.
Yeah, to March to find this comment that I said. So he'll find it.
Hold on.
He'll find it. We'll have it on the next episode.
No, we're not. We're not ending this until I find it. I'm telling you. Okay. Fuck. You see this? You see that text? I almost read it too.
No, I almost did too.
Oh my gosh.
So while he's finding this, we'll talk. We have a new sponsor today. Coby Stevens. You have the ad read.
Oh yeah, sorry. Coby Stevens, golf apparel, CobyStevens.com. They got t-shirts, they got hats, they got polos. They've got pants, shorts, joggers. They got a ladies line, a youth line. They got super savings section up to 75% off. Check it out at CobyStevens.com. We'll be wearing the merch. Probably.
I have the Azalea one coming in.
What's that?
The Azalea.
Nice, dude. Yeah, they got all
That's
kinds of
sick.
different lines of polos. I'm a proud endorser of them on Sports Talk 790. Coby and their group are phenomenal. Every golf tournament that they go to for charity organizations, when you buy a polo from their tent, part of that money goes back to the charity organization. They do it all over Texas. They're in Colorado at times. They're in Florida. They're in Louisiana. They support any charity within like 1,000 miles. They'll drive wherever. So CobyStevens.com. Check it out. Brand new sponsor for us here on Beyond the Diamond and Apollo HOU. So shout out to Coby Stevens. Check it out. CobyStevens.com.
Yeah, especially with Father's Day coming up. Get your pops or get yourself some comfy golf clothes. Also, like, obviously golf is big. Like, you get on YouTube. Like, everyone's a golf influencer these days.
Yeah.
Thing about the Coby Stevens shirts, they're comfortable. Like, they don't stick.
They
to
fit you perfectly.
fit.
They're cool, like meaning they keep you cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
You're never gonna find it. And shout out to Big City Wings, Houston's wing joint, Apollo's Wing Joint. We have producer Josh scouring the internet. We have Brian scouring the internet. No one can find this name. It's probably a Mandela effect. But go to bigcitywings.com to find the nearest Big City Wings near you. We're in the weekend, so the Gridiron Special, the beer specials, drink specials. Next week, obviously, the 2 for Tuesdays, Burger Wednesday, Crawfish Wednesday, consecutive nuggets 2 for Thursday. And tell everyone that Sam sent you guys, because he'll get you some fried Oreos or some delicious. But this is our second Friday live show. Is that correct? Second Friday live show.
One. We'll be doing this every Friday.
Every Friday from here on out for the rest of the season, BTD will be live. So tell a friend, tell some family members, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's totally free to do. That helps us out tremendously. And we'll just be here until the Astros sweep the Angels, hopefully. It's a must-win series, almost must-sweep series. That's where I'm at on the radar.
I'm going to find this damn name.
There's no way you're going to find it, dude. There's no way you're going to find it. So shout out to everyone tuning in. Thanks for all the questions. Thank you for the views. We're at the hour mark. There's one last call. I'll get this last one right here. What do you think of the ESPN Radio 7 with Keith Law saying Crane is running the show and thinks he's smarter than anyone else? Yeah, I saw that on 97.5. I think it was on Killer Bees when they had Keith Law. Keith really doesn't like Houston, so I have to take it with a grain of salt with scorn lovers. But yeah, I can see that. I definitely can see that. Texas Tags, thank you for the $2 dono. Appreciate you.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Donos are sick.
Ray Montgomery.
There it is.
What
Ray
a Montgomery.
See, that was just a made-up name.
Ray Montgomery. Who in the fuck is Ray Montgomery?
How did you pull that?
You know where it was?
Where?
Sports Talk 790, sports790.com.
Yeah.
I looked everywhere else except for my own.
Right under your nose. Right under your nose.
Ray Montgomery.
That was the name.
Yeah.
It was him, Osmus, and the Spot Overflow that last week.
Yes. This was in November 8th is when his name surfaced.
Wow. Good pull. You said, I told you, you're a bloodhound, dude.
Jeff Bagwell said he is a big fan of Ray Montgomery.
Of course he did.
That sounds like a name of like a player when you're like on year 25 of your franchise, and they just like have run out of the database and they're just like taking the most random names. Ray Montgomery, American baseball player.
Wow, what a way to end
former Astro.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. Ray Montgomery.
He is the bench coach for the Angels, so we'll see him this weekend. Maybe him and Bags are gonna have a little dinner.
Stop.
You never know. They're boys. They play together.
All right, let's get out of here. Woo! I'm so happy I found that. I was stressing.
I know you're sweating, dude.
Wow, dude, that's just some sunburn.
You went tanning?
Dude.
You go tan?
No, holy shit.
Yeah,
I got cooked yesterday out at that Pro-Am.
Big Jersey Shore guy, dude.
GTL, baby.
You get your GTL.
All my gosh.
Josh, take us out.
All right. Thank you for watching our live Beyond the Diamond podcast. We'll be back here next Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. Also have the pod dropping Monday or Tuesday, depending on when we film.
Tuesday.
We will see you.